Cinnamon desktop environment on NixOS May 2024. I'm wondering where the cardamom is, but since we don't have that, let's have a look at how this ranks on the benchmarks with NixOS. There we are. We do have other options with the Cinnamon desktop environment on Mint. I believe Mint is who develops the Cinnamon desktop environment, but for whatever reason, it performs better on NixOS than on Mint. The version provided on both is not the latest, but it appears to be the same. And they both choose to bundle by default with the Light DM Display Manager by Canonical, which they've chosen to stop maintaining 2 years ago. For whatever reason, Mint is using a 5-year-old version of that display manager. Yeah, so I guess that might suggest something to you about Cinnamon, if this is what they choose to do.
Oh yeah, big pentameter, licking catnip.
617 megs is definitely better than 741, and the system load is also lower on NixOS. 7 gigs is a lot of disk usage for just an operating system and a desktop environment, but it's not as terrible as 11 gigs. What are they putting on here that requires 11 gigs of data? 7 gigs is high because of the way NixOS works and there's multiple copies of things, but I guess it's not as bad as 11 gigs. 20-second reboot time, not so good, but it could be worse. So there you go, Cinnamon. Is Cinnamon based on GNOME? Yeah, it appears that it may be based on GNOME, and if that's the case, if you're looking for better performance on a GNOME-based desktop environment, there's Mate and 337 megs, which is about half, and the system load is also lower. So I'm curious, if you choose Cinnamon, why run Cinnamon if there are other options for GNOME-based desktop environments? It is the finest of lines between tasting nothing and the Cinnamon challenge, but today we're restarting. A little slow. Okay. And we got 5 seconds on the clock with grub. And now we have log output. Thanks, NixOS. And a black screen. What shape is that? A triangle with a round side. Whatever it is, it's not the Cinnamon challenge.
But you know what I mean?
If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. You know what? You know, it's, you know what? It doesn't make any sense what you said.